What is up? This is the chick coming at you with another World of Warcraft video. Today we're going to be talking about why you should play the Rogue in Season of Discovery and why that is what I'm going to start with. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, anything you can do to help out the channel. Anyway, let's hop right into it. So, I have taken the time to go put together what I think is going to be a lot of fun as far as each class, and we're going to go over this and we're going to use this as kind of a class picking guide. So, since I am going to be starting with the Rouge, this is what I want to cover first. So, the only caveat to this is leatherworking only. The gloves, we're going to go over that in a second, but it will change if you want to change your professions. Other than that, let's hop right into it. You will notice off the rip that I have two daggers, and the reason I have two daggers is because I am a huge fan of the Mutilate Rogue. And the way the talent trees work in vanilla and the way that it reads with Mutilate, so we will look at that real quick. Instantly attacks with both weapons for 100% weapon damage, plus an additional 20 with each weapon. Damage is increased by 20% against poison targets, awards 2 combo points. Benefits from all talents that affect, trigger, or modify backstab unless otherwise specified. So, that being said, even without gear, let's go right here. Look at that. Improved backstab. Critical strike chance of your backstab ability by 30%. What that says is Mutilate has a 30% crit chance without gear, which is going to be absolutely amazing. So, let's hop right into the gear. This is just like a set of gear I put together for BFD. You can see we only have one trinket. It is from BFD, and then some of this random things: Silverlane's Family Seal, Legionnaire's Band from PvP, Warsong Boots from PvP, just random things. So this is going to be quote unquote some BIS gear that you can put together. We don't really care about that. I just wanted to be able to put everything in here. As you can see, I've even mocked up enchantments and everything. I really just was having fun with this, and I'm really looking forward to it. The things I really want to go over are: you have 6% hit chance, which is amazing. So, the talents. Even though you're going to be using daggers, it is still going to be the most beneficial to go through combat with this for Mutilate Rogue. Obviously, we're going to have improved gouge, which is amazing. We don't need Sinister Strike points because we're not taking Sinister Strike because we're never going to use it because Mutilate no longer has to be behind the target. Lightning Reflexes, may as well get 2% more dodge for free. 30% increased critical strike chance on our main ability that spends freaking energy. That is so good. It's so amazing. 5% hit because we love hit as a rogue. This, I would say you can pick whichever of these you want. So endurance or improved sprint. You could get riposte for leveling, but I don't know why you would, because Mutilate is just going to be infinitely stronger. So endurance is going to make your sprint and evasion abilities have a 1.5 minute shorter cooldown, or improved sprint, 50% chance to remove all impairing effects when you activate your sprint ability. What I would say, if you're going to PvP, improved sprint. If you're going to only PvE, endurance. And then 1 point into dual wield specialization, because it's going to make your offhand hit harder. We're going to fill this up, and then we're going to get some dagger specialization, and then we're basically just going to fill out like you normally would if you were playing a combat rogue. You're going to get Blade Flurry for cleave, you're going to get weapon expertise, you're going to get aggression, then you're going to get adrenaline rush, and then you're going to pop over into assassination, and you're going to fill this out like you typically would, right? The only caveat to that is you could, if you want to mainly PvP, after you put 8 points in combat, start going down the subtlety tree. That's probably what I'm going to do for leveling because it's just going to be more fun, and I plan to PvP a lot. If I can talk my friends into it, I'm going to play on a PvP server, and I'm just going to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? All right, so the chest runes. Here are your options. Deadly Brew. When you inflict another poison on a target, you also inflict deadly poison. Just a Flesh Wound. You take 20% reduced physical damage when Blade Dance is active. Additionally, you have 60% reduced chance or 6% reduced chance to be critically hit by melee attacks. The threat generated by all your actions is massively increased, and your feint ability is replaced with Tease, which taunts the target to attack you. Has no effect if the target's already attacking you. That is what you need if you're going to be tanking as rogue, which I think is going to be very cool. And I will probably be doing that at some point. And I also think that Mutilate is probably going to be the highest single target threat if you want to use daggers. Otherwise, I mean, the way some of these other abilities are going to work, it's just going to be better to use swords or maces or XYZ, right? Just depending on what you can get your hands on. Quick draw. Draw your ranged weapon to fire a quick shot at an enemy, causing normal ranged weapon damage and reducing the target's movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Awards 1 combo point. This is going to be amazing for PvP if you're combat or if you're hemo. Otherwise, we're going to go with what I'm picking, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Slaughter from the Shadows reduces the energy cost of your backstab and ambush ability by 20. Does not apply to Mutilate. So that has some definite uses. We could talk about that at some point in the future, but does not apply to Mutilate is why we're not taking that. So Deadly Brew, since we want to have the deadly poison on the targets at all time, that's what we're going to go with. This is going to allow us to not only get deadly poison stacked up on the targets, it's going to let us run double instant or, you know, instant wound, instant whatever, while we are doing whatever it is we're doing, and we're going to be getting deadly poison stacks. The only time you're not going to want that maybe is if you're doing some serious PvP and you want to make sure that you wouldn't break your blind or whatever from the deadly poison dot, but that's some min-maxing that we don't really care about. So we're grabbing Deadly Brew because it's just synergistic and does a ton of DPS. Envenom. Finishing move that deals instant poison damage based on your deadly poison doses on the target. Following the Envenom attack, you have a 75% increased frequency of applying instant poison for 1 second, plus an additional 1 second per combo point. 1 dose is activated per combo point. Okay, so this is just going to be amazing. We're going to be doing Envenom. It ignores armor because it's nature damage. And not only that, we are going to be using daggers, so we are going to be getting a lot of instant poison procs for, you know, 6 seconds after we do Envenom. It's going to be amazing, and it's just going to be incredible. Blade Dance, finishing move that increases your parry chance, lasts longer, grants more parry chance per combo point. So this is literally just, we're using this when we're tanking. That's your finishing when you're tanking. If you need more avoidance or if you need threat, you're going to be using DPS abilities. Between the Eyes is basically Between the Eyes from later versions of the game. Finishing move that causes damage, increased by attack power, and stuns the target. It's ranged kidney shot, basically. The damage is negligible, but it does. So we're taking Envenom on this. And then Mutilate. So Main Gauche, instantly strike with your offhand weapon for normal offhand weapon damage and increase your chance to parry by 10% for 10 seconds. So this is basically going to be used all the time. You're going to be using this and keeping that up all the time when you are tanking. It's just going to be an incredible ability because flat 10% parry. We are going to be able to mitigate so much physical damage as rogues. It's going to be insane. I personally believe they're going to be the strongest single target physical tank in the game. I don't think they're going to be the strongest tank, but I think as far as like a boss that deals physical damage, I think rogues are going to be it. Mutilate, instantly attack with both weapons for 100% weapon damage, plus an additional 20 with each weapon, which is amazing. That feels like it's scaling really well. Damage is increased by 20% against poison targets, awards 2 combo points. Mutilate benefits from all talents and effects that trigger or modify backstab unless otherwise specified. I think this is just going to be so much fun and just incredible to play with, and I am very much looking forward to this. This is just, I am over the moon with how this is going to play. All right, Saber Slash. This is my favorite new ability. Viciously slash an enemy for 130% weapon damage and causes the target to bleed for 11 damage every 2 seconds for 12 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So you get 3 stacks of this bleed. Saber Slash benefits from all talents and effects that trigger or modify Sinister Strike. So basically, depending on the energy cost of Saber Slash, you may not ever use Sinister Strike when you're doing this, because this is just going to keep your, so you're going to keep your bleed up. It's going to be just going ham. It's going to be great. I think Saber Slash is going to be really good for a Hemo playstyle because of the way Hemo works and scales. Shadow Strike, I think this is amazing. I love this ability in all other versions of the game where it's existed. Teleport behind your target and strike, causing 150% weapon damage to the target. Must be stealth. Awards one combo point. I personally think that if you are playing a Hemo Rogue, that Shadow Strike is going to be the way to go in this spot, because I think you're going to be able to do a weapon swap, right? So Shadow Strike weapon swap for your big well, never mind. I thought that said something about daggers. It does not. You don't even have to weapon. You don't even have to swap. So yeah, if you're a Hemo Rogue, you're gonna Shadow Strike. It's just gonna be amazing because that's just good. So your choices for, well, obviously for PvP, I think Shadow Strike's gonna be better than Saber Slash. Obviously play with these and try them out, but there's so many good things. I'm over the moon. I'm so elated. So Shiv. This is very similar to later versions of the game. Instantly attack with your offhand weapon to deal normal offhand weapon damage with 100% chance to apply poisons from your offhand weapon to the target. Slower weapons require more energy. Awards 1 combo point. Shiv benefits from all talents and effects that modify Sinister Strike. This is really cool. It's just going to be a real quick, easy way to get your poisons rolling if you need it. Like if you need a quick cripple, if you need a quick wound, if you need a quick anything, right? Mind numbing. It depends on what your situation is. I think this is also going to be very strong for PvP. I know you guys hear me saying a bunch of stuff. So when I originally started playing the game, Rogue was my baby, and I started leveling a Hunter, got it to 66, and then I rerolled, and I basically just played Rogue forever after that. And I still to this day play mostly Rogues and Paladins in retail. So this is what I'm thinking is going to be cool for this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be super effective. I do believe that this is what I'm going to do. Obviously, we're going to roll through and I'm going to continue putting in the points where I said, but yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun. This is where we're at and this is what we're doing. And I'm hoping I can make my character look just like this in a couple of days, and I'm looking forward to it. Also, when you're looking for your gear, especially if you're using 60 upgrades, it's going to show you a lot of BOE things. What I would focus on are reasonable quest items that either you can A, solo, or B, grab a friend and go do it. Because I'm going to show you a really good example right here. The Windstorm Hammer. Look at this thing. It's so good. Like, it's item level 40. And then the next closest thing to it is item level 30, right? Like you can't, like it's so good. It's such a good item. But, you know, you got to do 1,000 Needles quest that is a little harder than what you're actually going to be able to do on your own, right? So it's going to be a little stronger. Obviously, some of these are going to be amazing. Like if you accidentally get a Shadow Fang, you won the lottery for the, like, freaking forever, right? Like, so for this entire like phase, if you get a Shadow Fang, I mean, good on you, right? Like it's gonna be amazing. But like, for example, I put the Black Venom Blade on mine, and then I put the Meteor Shard because who doesn't want an extra chance on hit to do the thing? But you want slow daggers for Mutilate, so that's why I did that. Play around on 60 upgrades and just put together something that's reasonable. That way, like, you have your goals set. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I'm looking forward to playing with all you guys over in Season of Discovery. Hopefully, we can have a ton of fun with this. Let's see what happens if we hit full screen. Hey! Anyway, yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, my God. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. Anyway. I will catch you guys in the next one. I am looking forward to seeing all of you guys in Azeroth and experiencing all of these new things and discovering what we've got going on. But I'll catch you guys later.